If you've spent any time learning about AI recently, you've probably heard terms like prompt engineering and context engineering. They're both useful ideas, but I think they're only part of the picture because the goal isn't to become brilliant at writing prompts. The goal is to become brilliant at getting outcomes. And that's a very different skill. I call it outcome engineering because what we're really doing isn't engineering prompts. We're engineering better business outcomes. And today, I'm going to teach you the framework I use every single day to do exactly that. It's called Brief. I'm Alicia Fairclough, the founder of EA How To. And if you're an executive assistant who wants to stop getting generic AI responses and start getting genuinely useful work back from tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or Copilot, this video is for you. Let's get into it. One of the biggest misconceptions about AI is that it's all about asking better questions. I don't think that's true. Think about your own role as an executive assistant. When your executive asks you to organize an offsite, they don't simply say, organize an offsite. Well, sometimes they do, but you don't immediately start booking venues. You start asking questions. Who's attending? What's the objective? What's the budget? When does it need to happen? What does success look like? You don't ask those questions because you're difficult. You ask them because you're trying to deliver the right outcome. AI works in exactly the same way. If you give it very little to work with, it fills in the gaps itself. Sometimes it gets lucky, often it doesn't. The people getting exceptional results from AI aren't necessarily the most technical people. They're the people who know how to brief it properly, and that's where Brief comes in. Brief is the framework I use whenever I want AI to produce work that's genuinely useful. It stands for background, role, intent, expectations, finish line. Now, before you panic, this doesn't mean every prompt needs to be 5 paragraphs long. In fact, many of my prompts only use 2 or 3 of these elements. The framework simply helps you think through what's missing whenever AI isn't giving you the results that you want. Let's take a look at each part. Background answers one simple question. What's going on? What context does AI actually need? Instead of saying, help me plan an offsite, you might say, I'm planning a 3-day leadership offsite for 45 executives traveling from London, New York, and Singapore. The purpose is to align on strategy, strengthen relationships, and celebrate hitting our annual targets. We want a premium experience without exceeding our budget. Now AI understands far more than just the task. It understands the business context. You need to give it priorities, constraints, the audience. And notice what I didn't do. I didn't give AI my life story. Background isn't about giving more information. It's about giving the right information. Next comes role. Who do you want AI to be? This is one of the quickest ways to improve the quality of your outputs. Instead of simply asking AI to help, tell it who you would like it to think like. For example, act as a senior executive assistant supporting a global CEO, or act as an experienced event strategist specializing in executive leadership retreats. Different roles produce different recommendations, priorities, perspectives. As executive assistants, we're already used to adapting our thinking depending on who we're speaking to. This is exactly the same concept. Intent is all about clarity. What exactly do you want AI to do? People often say things like, help me with this meeting. But help you how? Do you want an agenda, talking points, a risk assessment, stakeholder communication, meeting minutes? The clearer your intent, the less editing you'll need to do afterwards. And that's important because AI should reduce your workload, not create more of it. Now we get to expectations. This is where you tell AI what the output should look like. Think about things like tone, format, audience, level of detail, length, language, style. For example, you might want it to use British English. Keep it executive level, professional but conversational. Avoid cliches. Use headings and bullet points. Give it a word limit. You might say maximum 500 words. Include practical recommendations. Without expectations, AI fills in the blanks itself. Sometimes that's fine, but sometimes you end up with something that sounds like it belongs on a motivational poster. We've all seen those suggestions. Begin your executive retreat with a sunrise trust-building meditation circle. No, thank you. The clearer your expectations, the more useful the result. Finally, finish line. This might be the most overlooked part of briefing AI. What does success actually look like? Don't just tell AI what to produce. Tell it what done well means. For example, this should be polished enough that I can send it to my executive with minimal editing. Or this should anticipate the questions my executive is likely to ask. You're defining success before AI starts working, and that changes the quality of the response enormously. Now let's come back to where we started. You've probably heard people talk about prompt engineering and more recently context engineering, and both are valuable. But I think they're part of something bigger. Prompt engineering focuses on what you type. Outcome engineering focuses on what you achieve, and those aren't the same thing. As executive assistants, we're not measured by how clever our prompts are. We're measured by whether we solve the problem, whether we anticipated risks, saved time, whether we helped our executive make better decisions. That's why I think outcome engineering is a more useful way to think about AI, because the prompt is simply a means to an end. The outcome is what actually matters. Let's compare two prompts. The first one says, "Help me plan an offsite." The second one includes the background, the role, the intent, the expectations, and the finish line. Suddenly, AI isn't guessing anymore. It has the context it needs. It understands the standard you're aiming for. But the quality of the output improves dramatically, not because AI became smarter, but because you became a better briefer. If you take one thing away from today's video, let it be this. The quality of your briefing determines the quality of your outcome. Every single time. Executive assistants are already exceptional communicators. We brief executives, suppliers, recruiters, venues, we brief project teams. Learning to brief AI isn't a completely new skill. It's an extension of one you already have. The brief framework simply gives you a structure to do it consistently. And once you start thinking in terms of outcomes instead of prompts, you'll find yourself getting far better results, not just from ChatGPT, but from almost every AI tool you use. If you found this video helpful, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to EA How To. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.